If you are on an awakening, on a journey to discover who you really are, stick around. These words came to me last night before I went to bed, and I call it forbidden fruit. We thought the forbidden fruit was sin. We were told we were sinful from birth. So in our shame and guilt, we covered ourselves. We covered our nakedness, our original, authentic, natural version of ourselves, so we could be easily digestible to this society. We tamed the wild right out of our spirit. We thought it was the evil, covetous desires of lust, greed, and temptations. So we fought in a war we could never win. This tug of war of resistance, trying to fight against our own humanity. We groaned at the effort of overcoming this darkness, the parts we hated within, the madness, the chaos, the insanity of a dog chasing its tail, never winning, never coming to the light of the truth. But the parts we've hated kept reflecting itself in different forms, in different bodies, in different faces, everywhere we looked. We tried to hide, but it followed us. It baited, it leered, so we held back a little more. We kept shrinking those parts that we didn't want seen. Bit by small bit, we let go of our original, childlike love and acceptance to cling to systems of addictions, dependence, and control. We lost the ability to think for ourselves, to do what we love, and the greatest one of all, to truly know ourselves. And then one day, we saw through the cracks. Our eyes opened as we discovered the loopholes. Into the rabbit hole we go. We started taking back our power through our mind, our bodies, and our voices. Not only did our hearts open to love, our consciousness expanded, and we began to see the truth. Now we know why many things are deemed as superstitious, as evil, as darkness. But this forbidden fruit was never about sin as we were taught. It was about knowing who you really are. Because when your eyes open to this, you can never unsee it. Because the truth is, who you really are cannot be even described with words. It can only be felt and experienced. Once you embody the truth of who you really are, the systems lose their grip. They no longer have power over you. When you see through the illusions, the truth of who you really are is so mind-blowing and humbling that the ego cannot fathom this. It is impossible. It will try to figure it out with the mind. And it isn't figure-outable. You can only return to it again and again. That is why it is very necessary for the ego to dissolve, to have the death experience. Not because it's bad or sinful, but because we've created so many distorted beliefs about who we really are. And that is why when your eyes are open to this, you become the forbidden fruit. So who do you say you are?